Yes, CyberKnight-Miky here is back, and with a special video because this is the next S.H.MonsterArts Godzilla 2019. And wow, I'm really bad at doing intros. But anyway, I'm back. I graduated high school. My birthday was in the 10th June. A lot had happened. Yeah, 2 weeks is a hell. 2 weeks was really something. By the way, if you're seeing this post, you know what's coming. And for good reason. Is this guy worth it? Short answer, yes. Long answer, well, here you go. As you note, this is gonna be an unedited video with just some pauses around. So, I think you unedited won't hurt you. I hope. By the way, here's the box, and if you haven't seen the unboxing, which was very wild, my channel, you can check it down below. Or actually check out those videos, because I think they done pretty much better than me. Ah well. You got a nice artwork of Godzilla 2019, doing some roaring action, or just being badass. And this time, no actually claw marks on the box, which is kind of refreshing. Here we have the Mono logo. I mean the Monsterverse logo, sorry. And Godzilla with his Japanese name Gojira. Here we have the legendary symbol beside the Toho symbol, Toho logo. The 65th anniversary of Godzilla with Shin Godzilla beside it. And the 1962 symbol that says 2019, which marks that this is actually Godzilla. Yeah. And then we have the Tamashii Nation seal of quality beside the Tamashii Nations and the Bandai. On the side, you get the Monsterverse logo, Godzilla 2019, and the same mumbo jumbo. Yeah, I think you have heard enough of it. Okay, so right on the bat, if you haven't noticed, I actually seen the Godzilla King of the Monsters in 29th May, and I actually love that film. Just a short memo, because I haven't done a movie review. I was planning to do that, and I also was planning doing the 24th April with the Avengers Endgame, but considering I was came home a little bit late, I got pretty tired. So yeah, bear with me. But right on the bat, the only issue is gone. Some issue with Godzilla, just minor, is kind of the eyes, and some kind of controversial with the stiffness of the tail. But other than that, this figure is just awesome. And let's begin with the eyes. If you can see, his right eye is actually pretty fine, and his left is, well, as you noticed, also fine. No. Yes, kind of a little bit sidelined, but actually, it's not that messy. Kind of refreshing. The mouth, however, yes, the teeth may have been a little bit sloppy, but it's not totally sloppy like the other Godzilla S.H.MonsterArts figure. Camera. 2014. Ah well. And the tongue, yet also articulated. Same goes to 2014, but maybe not movable that much. And the inner, also painted red, but it's too light, and I don't want to go forward to doing that too much. But yeah, really great. I gotta say, unlike Nikah, which they say they have the new mold of Godzilla, 100% new mold, yeah, which was kind of bullshit, this actually has a different mold than 2014's, S.H.MonsterArts. Do you see similarities? Because I sure, some knows, but don't. Because if we take a look at the spreads here, these ones are kind of enormous than that, and I'm gonna show you. Wait. Okay, I couldn't remove 2014's late, but if you look over here, these files are kind of a little bit larger than these ones because it's slightly angled to cover up the tail, which was the reason why the tail always pops off. Which they actually changed this leg and actually have the new feet, which are more massive and incredible than 2019's and 2014's. And I gotta say, the design of Yuji Sakai actually helping off doing the CGI model with the guy from Bandai actually approving that CGI model and bringing this Gold Master, the Monster Sculpt Master Sakai himself, just amazing. And now I'm gonna pop this one back on, which is just gonna be a little bit easy. See? Easy. Now I'm just gonna put this guy's back. Kinda looks goofy. It kinda looks like this Godzilla that just shit out a big turd. But yeah, I'm just having a childish mind here, but come on. Here we go. Alright. Of course, you're gonna notice the big difference. Gundam Knight. It's the heads. Why is it so blurred? Okay. If you notice that this Godzilla's head is not completely movie accurate, because they had to, in their mind before 2014 sculpt, they were trying to do a different one. And yes, I kind of actually agree with others that it wasn't even movie accurate at all. And to me, it actually looks like the game accuracy of Godzilla versus. Just want to mention it up because this face actually appears in the game. The PlayStation 4 game, if you know what I mean. And how is this even... right on the bat, how is this even a Jabba Hutt's favorite figure? Nah. I'm just always questioning the Swole Man himself. But anyway. If you see here, Godzilla's face, this one looks very small, but that's because this one is supposed to be more bigger than he appeared in 2014, which also means that this one is a little bit bigger than Shin Godzilla, I hope. I heard the controversy of that. And if you see here, actually, if you have seen, the eyes on this one, it looks better, while this one looks, well, looks like sloppy ass mouth. Yeah. Don't worry about that. I just actually scratched out the paint that was under the eyes and painted them with a small 0.1 paintbrush and dotted it. So it kind of looks better, but yeah. The gills. This one looks kind of his gills here, while this one also his gills, but it's kind of weird with his neck. The crotch area, different. The tail. Yeah, how was Bandai even thinking of this? Yeah, you know that Bandai had actually stepped up the game with this quality. Actually, everything they have done, it's just spectacular. This one looks like the 2019 Godzilla while this one looks like the 2014 Godzilla from the PS4 game and not from the film, which is really boggling because this one is actually a big step up. And yes, you get the same articulation like this guy, which I'm gonna show you now. because I'm gonna show the accessories a little bit later on. His head is actually on a ball joint. His jaw is also on ball joint, so you can also get that. Yep, I'll show you the tongues, and you can also swap the head, but I do not recommend doing that. And you get the cover-ups, because you can actually get Godzilla with all these joints actually now added. You can actually bend his head that far up, but I think you all actually seen some reviewers like Steven's Toy Review, if you're those guys, actually from his channel, you know where this is going. And yes, I can agree that it kind of looks like he is like a snake, but at least he's actually looking up. And I don't mind that his head looking like a snake. I mean, he is a reptile after all. But anyway, his head is on multiple segments of ball joints, like segmented here, 3, and 4. Like 4 segments on the head, which is spectacular. And his arms is also on the ball joint. His arm is on a hinge, so you can get really nice articulation. His hands, same as 2014. Oof. Do not actually recommend doing that. Leave the professional to me. Leave it to professional, aka me. His hand is actually has a ball joint here, but it's actually on a swivel. And you can actually twist it to get side-to-side movement. And not only is it on the ball joint, which also has both ball joints and hinge, which is spectacular. What are you doing, Nikah? But anyway, oh crap. There we go. So yeah, you can get him to wibble around his hands and also twisting it, so you can get to side movements, and even do the pose where he's walking. His torso is also on the ball joints, which he actually can twist around. He also can do a swivel, but don't do it too much, or you might do looseness and damage to this figure. He can look up so far up and actually crouch with multiple double ball joint segments, so he can actually crouch very far down. It's hard to do it right now, but he actually can do it. Now to the legs. Like I showed you before, it's on double ball joints. Actually are like ball joints, but yeah, you know what I mean. Can go 360. Don't worry about this one. It's just to actually go back, so he can actually rotate his legs 360 degrees, like so. And this is actually a little bit step out. Yes, it's loose, but without being loose, you might actually not twist his legs around. So that's actually a bonus. Yes, I know that probably might be a little bit annoying, but hey, it's Bandai. And also the gaps. Keep your shit together, okay? His head, the bend on the knee is actually on a hinge, while the top and to bottom is actually on multiple bone joints. Double bone joint on the feet, have both double ball joint here, double ball joint here, and double ball joints here. While the legs on a hinge. It's actually really surprising how Nick actually, S.H.MonsterArts actually pulled it off. And yes, painted fingernails. Woo! The tails, unlike the S.H.MonsterArts, this one has 21 segments. I actually did count it a long time ago. And this one has a little bit longer and maybe one more segments. But unlike that one, which cannot get his tail up too much, this one can actually stay his tail longer, like his Spitfire predecessor. And it's spectacular. Just, you can get What a bend! So, it's really fun, like 1954 level fun. So, without the stiffness, you cannot get that much poses of it. And yes, I know this is a little bit stiff, but hey, I enjoy being a little bit too stiff than a little bit the tightness than looseness. You know, I prefer the quality over quantity, which Nikah prefer the quantity over quality. Yeah, you should take notes, Nikah. Now, accessories times, and what to start off with this newest vanilla Godzilla S.H.MonsterArts figure is with a atomic breath. Finally! What is like, it took over like what? 5 years to get a brand new, actually, to get an atomic breath to a vanilla figure? Wow. Starting from 2011 to this, it's been like 8 years, and wow. You get actually an atomic breath to a figure that is actually cheap. And yes, this is from the Spitfire version, but this is kind of a different bluish plastic, so it's kind of splendid. You get this silver dry brushing while this is clear, but overall, if you shine the light, you can actually get a really nice effect glow. And I actually took this on the beach yesterday, so it's kind of nice. But yeah, you don't get a Tamashii base stamp, but if you actually did have your own, you can actually plug it in like so, and you can actually do it. But why doesn't it need to include a Tamashii base stamp? That's because it comes with this part, a replacement jaw, which is actually painted over to a transparent blue plastic. And I actually did some kind of a little bit of research, but I didn't want to pop off the ball joint because I did not want to risk it loosening up and break it. But yeah, it's just spectacular. But I know some people actually are regardless and concerned that it will loosen up. But yeah, if you actually angle it like this, you can actually prevent it to actually loosen up too much. But yeah, what its purpose is that you replace the jaw, you angle the ball joint to this to the spot, angle it like so, till you hear that it's actually staying in. Then you can angle this area where the peg hole is actually under, and with that you can actually plug it in, and bim bada boom, you get this. But you can also do it without it, and it stays. What a spectacular view. But it's not meant to do just that. If you angle it the head upwards, like how he does it in the Claude de Lune trailer, and how in the film where Kurosawa does the thing, you know, if anyone has seen the film, you can actually get this Tamashii base stand at this effects piece, and you can get the beautiful blast from the sky. What a remarkable view. And let's go to size comparison time, with starting off with the Warrior Class Optimus Prime from the newest Transformers film, Bumblebee, which is actually the superior Transformers film ever. You'll find me for it. Comments down below. You might just say the first one, the animated one, is kind of the superior. Well, you have your opinions, but you all will be wrong. I'm doing a Jabba Hong thing. And if you're actually into some Bandai stuff, you might heard of these Gunpla mold kits. The high-grade, tri-burning and star-burning Gundam. If you want me to review it, let me know in the comments below. Just like the video, hit the bell button, actually subscribe first and hit the bell button, and then comment down below, I want this review. I might do it, but first I need to do some shiny stuff. Atomic Blast Shin Godzilla. Here we have 2019 next to Nikah's 24-inch 2014 figure. I love this one. You feel nostalgic? How about some Kenny stuff? Because here we have both the Junior and the electronic Red Rex. And I actually fix it. If you kind of see on the area, I was fixing the mechanism. Yay! Okay. And speaking of T-Rexes, here we have Rexy, the battle damage version from Mattel. The one that does this. Did I already do this already? Oh well. Here we have Godzilla 2019 next to Mavis Dracula and Count Dracula from Hotel Transylvania. Bow down to your king. Here we have Godzilla with the Universe Booster Play Skypout Gate. Here we have him with my first ever S.H.MonsterArts figure, Godzilla 1954, and my second, 2014. I am so proud. Is there any more comparison? I don't know. Here is my customized Infinity Gauntlet. Wait, hold on. Overall, while the Nikah figure might be disappointing, considering that one is kind of bullshit, saying that it's 100% new mold, or actually it's gold. Well, some areas actually are kind of different, but it's the kind of same figure with just extra ball joint detail. Well, this figure is actually a superior and a fantastic figure nonetheless, with fantastic appear, sculpt, great paint apps, even though it's not much, but less is actually more. And it actually has an accessory that just brings the fans to joy. And yes, it might be a little bit pricey, but I actually got it on the Ami, where you also can get, or I actually got this image, actually this poster of the artwork of Ami with Amika and Chuko illustration. Yeah, I actually read it down there, so don't judge me. I actually really like that. It's a kind of really nice addition. But nonetheless, Godzilla 2019, is it worth it? Yeah, of course it is. But I know that what you're coming from. If you want something cheap, go. If you want it, just go get 2019 Nikah figure. But for me, just pass it. Save your money for something that has so better quality and fantastic articulation. This is actually if you're actually new to Godzilla, actually want one Godzilla to begin with, the first ever S.H.MonsterArts, go with this one. It's actually, I think it's actually the one cheaper figure that actually you can get. Yes, this one was the cheaper one, but this one actually held the throne for being one of the better and the greatest vanilla release that has been there. Yes, even the ever first edition Godzilla figure, the 1994, what can I say? Hail to the king, baby. So yeah, this was my review of the S.H.MonsterArts Godzilla 2019. And yes, I am a little bit late for this review, but I will make up for it with the King Ghidorah video when I get it later on in beginning of July. I'm just gonna make an unboxing, then make an actual review. Not just gonna wait for it. If I get it, I actually am going to review it right on the time. Because I think you guys actually deserve something that is actually right now. So, yes, I know this video is kind of long. If you feel like skipping it, well, go ahead, just skip it to the best part. But nonetheless, if you're actually patient, thank you so much for actually watching my video. And as always, I hope you all have a good time and always be honest with yourself. Because something great will always come to you if you do that. See you guys. Bye.